welcome back to another episode of the Apartment K podcast. This is episode
15. We're excited to be back, and it's a beautiful holiday.
Yep, today's 4th of July.
Happy birthday, America. We're excited. I don't know. I feel like it's been a few weeks / a month or so from our last pod, probably a little bit more. I don't know. I feel like just to get right into it, I've been feeling good.
Tell us how you feel, Tigan.
I'm currently in week 3 of just consistently going to the gym and eating right. And girl, let me tell you, I've been feeling really good. What did they tell you? Eating right, working out makes you feel better, and they're not lying. I thought they were, but they're not.
These are facts. I mean, you know.
Yeah. And like what honestly matters the most obviously is the physical. Like I just feel good, whereas like you can see it more.
Yeah.
So I don't know. How you been?
You know, chilling.
Busy.
Fucking working and shit, making this money.
Right. And sorry about the fan. It's also a heat wave in the Bay Area right now, so we had to. I'm sorry. Or we would have just been sweating our asses off.
Yeah, I don't know if they can hear it, but
Okay, good. I'm glad you can't. But yeah, so it's been good. With the gym journey, I'm trying to consistently go 3 to 4 times a week. Yeah. No, excuse me, 4 to 5 times a week. And I just want to do that indefinitely. Like, I just want to make that part of my lifestyle.
that's cool.
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. Highly recommend for anyone who's kind of just been teetering from going to the gym and just... I kind of see it as like it's the highlight of my day. I kind of just wake up and go. Like I was telling you this, I don't think about it too hard. Literally, I wake up, I'm on my phone a little, and you know I want to just lay around, but I'm like, dude, just go and come back.
Yeah.
And I always feel so much better because I work from home, so I have a lot of like creative things I have to. People totally say a lot of creative things to do. So I really recommend people, if you're having like writer's block, go on the treadmill. I haven't like scientifically done any research, but every time I'm in the treadmill, Sidy says it's blood flow to your brain, obviously. Like, I always have my best ideas, whether it's blogs, social media. Yeah, so try that out. Let me know next time in the chat.
Productivity.
Try, man.
So what else is new? I feel like
About to turn 30.
You're about to turn 30?
That's new.
That's not new. We all knew that.
That's true.
But,
I guess this mindset's new.
What else is new?
I don't know. You tell me. I feel like you have something.
Besides your fitness journey.
That's the main thing. I've been feeling good. I don't know what else is new. I just feel like I'm in a newer mindset. We saw Inside Out too.
I feel like we had topics. I don't know what. We were not prepared today.
It was also like it kind of set us off our track because we were going to go to the gym again, get that blood flow to our brains, and then to this.
Yeah, but there's a fucking dumbass parade happening here in Alameda, so.
It's actually the longest parade in the nation. They have a 4th of July parade, which is kind of cool.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's the longest parade in the nation. That's why it's like a big deal. That's where a lot of people come out.
Alameda's not even that big.
It goes through the whole island. There's no parades like that large. It's a whole thing. It's a lot. 5,000 people come out. It's a whole thing.
You know what I just realized?
Sure
how the fuck are we gonna get out?
Dude, it's not that serious. It'll be fine.
The parade goes like right there though.
I know, but it goes all the way that way. So by the time we're leaving, it'll be done. It ends at like 1 or 2, dude.
Okay.
You're being dramatic.
We're gonna be trapped, but whatever.
Fuck it. I guess we gotta stay home because I gotta work later, which sucks. But I feel like I had some fun topics, but they totally just escapes my mind. But if they like, you know, but we have seen recently Inside Out, and we've been watching Game of Thrones.
Fuck it. Review episode.
Yeah, review time. It's funny. One of my favorite podcasters, Giggly Squad, does a segment called Dope Dogs, and I think it'd be cool to have like just reviewing
Dope dogs.
Dope docs.
Oh,
like dope documentaries, exactly. So I feel like our segment's like just any movies. But Inside Out 2, man, I was sober as fuck, not even drunk or anything, but...
How did that make you feel?
I loved it. No, I had this whole point. Like, I teared up at a certain point because it's a kid's movie. But let's be real. They talk about anxiety, embarrassment, worry, you know? Like, those little emotions, like, felt very real.
Yeah, I mean, Pixar's good at jerking them tears out.
And there was this one, spoiler alert, there was this one moment where all of her emotions like anxiety was just feeling super overwhelmed. All of the emotions just kind of hugged her, and they're like, it'll be alright. And like I fucking teared up, man. I was like, have you ever just had those overwhelming moments and like, I don't know, nothing anyone can say is right, but like all you want is someone just to be there for you and just like hug you, you know? Honestly, I've go through a lot of those, and all you can do is kind of like hug yourself, like console yourself, because at the end of the day, all you have is you. But you know, it was I highly recommend my anxious girls and guys to watch it, but just for anyone.
What was your favorite part?
That part.
The hugging.
Yeah, I thought it was.
The hugging out.
I thought it was very moving, and like I just wasn't expecting it. It was very much about not only self-love but also self-acceptance, you know, because we are going to be anxious.
I mean, I felt like it was more just like a puberty movie.
Of course, but I saw it besides the puberty. I was like I do with everything else. I was relating to me in my life, you know?
Of course.
Yeah, so like yeah, puberty was like the obvious theme, but the more like heavier theme was, you know?
Yeah, but I specifically, because I feel like it was more about experiencing like new emotions.
Exactly.
Whereas like as an adult, like we all know what anxiety is, we all know what depression is and shit like that.
Yeah.
But like it was interesting to see them show like that period of someone's life where like they don't really necessarily understand all the shit that they're feeling.
Totally. And I mean, maybe it's just a me thing. Even to this day, sometimes I'm very anxious, or I feel like certain emotions that I've felt before, but it feels so new to me, you know, at that moment.
So
I
dramatic.
do. I really do.
What does that even mean?
Like sometimes my anxiety gets so bad, I'm like, fuck, I feel like I'm dying, but it's like you've been anxious before, you know? Like I also get like panic attacks and stuff, and all of those feelings feel so new and foreign, you know? Yeah. So it genuinely feels like how she was just like scrambling on the inside, you know, her anxiety. And that's literally how it feels for me. So felt that shit. I've been seeing like the funniest memes around it. People don't exactly know what inside out is, and they just know it's new emotions. And people are like, well, what if she gets horny? People are like, it's a kid's movie.
That's valid though.
That's what I was saying. I was like, it's puberty. I was horny as
they
fuck.
They should have had a horny fucking.
Dude, I remember just being like super horny, as you know, because you just wanted to like hump everything.
It's funny because like I feel like it's easy for girls to be like horny all the time or whatever. With a guy, it's like you got this fucking rock hard dick in your
I didn't even think about that.
I remember in high school, bro, like
funny.
The bell would ring, and sometimes for like no reason you would just be like hard as fuck, and everyone's like getting up and leaving, and you're just like sitting there like.
Parents, don't watch this, but I would like in middle school, like I would get very wet. Like you would just get like, like that was just a woman thing, you know. You would just feel overly wet, and it's like that's unpleasant. You're just sitting in a puddle.
What is this moistness happening?
Exactly. So that would have been like a very DreamWorks type of if it was made by DreamWorks, they would have been like horny monster. So fucking loved it. Take your kids, take yourself, take your friends. Really recommend it. Great one of those like not self-help obviously, but like a mental health day movie in my opinion.
I guess. I don't know.
Sidy doesn't think that deep about stuff. I do.
It's not that deep, dog.
He's like, it was about purity. What?
But I do think, I don't know, sometimes I feel like Pixar movies are like overly corny. Or like not corny, but like exaggerated type shit.
What do you mean? Like the emotions?
No, like the storylines. Like even how
it's a cartoon.
Yeah, but I don't know.
No, what do you mean? I'm curious because I always feel like cartoons, like in general, it's meant to be exaggerated because you know, it's beyond all imagination.
They got to drive the point home.
Exactly.
I do think that it was super cool the way they show like how anxiety was like quote unquote helping her.
Yeah.
By like
powerful ass
what's
movie.
that shit called? By like worrying about the future.
Mm-hmm.
So like, oh, what if this happens? We have to prepare.
Yeah,
like,
that's me.
But then her self-identity was like, I'm not good enough.
Yeah.
Like all that anxiety.
That's exactly what it is.
Into like some.
Not even manifested. That was like the underlying issue, if that makes sense. You know, why she had that anxiety was because she felt she wasn't good enough, and then it becomes almost a self-fulfilling prophecy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which was like, I feel that, girl. You and me, the same. We're one people. So. But I will say, I'm not a doctor. Obviously, don't listen to my medical advice. But gabapentin has been really helping me. Talk to your actual doctor because I fucking I have yet to see a psychiatrist. I really need to, just for like regulating my little brain chemistry. But I've heard that from other clinically diagnosed anxious people, how gabapentin, obviously not a fix, but not a solution, but a nice fix, right?
It's a band-aid.
It's a band-aid, yeah. It helps the day-to-day. But yeah, I guess the next topic of thing that goes way left field is Game of Thrones. How you been feeling about this news? Sorry, House of Dragon. How you been feeling?
It's cool. I like it.
I like it a lot, but again, this is me just getting deep and thinking deep about everything. And this is coming from, I didn't think that deep about Game of Thrones, but I kind of, and I think this happened in Game of Thrones as well, I love that they're featuring so much of like, obviously the war among like the family, the royalty, but I love how it's affecting the day-to-day lives of the commoners, you know. I love that they're like, well, my dad's for Rhaenyra, you know, my dad's for Alicent, blah blah blah, Aegon. And I think it's so interesting. I think it's very realistic that war typically affects the daily lives of the normal people, you know, the most, because you're the ones who are like, they're not fighting and doing all this shit at dragons, whatever, you know, like in their shit. It's in right. Common grounds, like it's your brothers and sisters dying, and I love that they depict that. Yeah, again, that's just me thinking a lot deep about it. It even kind of gives me like, and this is going a little bit too far, this like I see like footages on TikTok of like Palestine, of just like people, you know, it gives me that vibes. Free Palestine. A lot of political stuff today, I'm sorry, y'all.
Free King's Landing.
Yeah. What do you think? I was like, because you've seen the whole season. I mean, whole.
Have you not?
I only saw like the last 2 seasons. I really was not a Game of Thrones girl. I think we started it, but I never fully saw it.
You mean House of Dragons or Game of Thrones?
I'm talking about Game of Thrones. House of Dragon, I've fully seen it, but I'm talking about Game of Thrones. I've never fully seen it.
I mean, this shit was so long ago. I don't even remember it.
Yeah.
Like, it was a cool show when it came out, you feel me? I don't think it aged very well just because of the ending and shit.
Yeah.
But.
And I saw the shitty.
I don't know. That's why I like House of Dragons, because I feel like they're trying to redeem themselves. Mm-hmm. So the production and the storyline is a lot better, in my opinion.
I totally agree.
The dragons look dope as fuck.
They are.
Yeah, like, and that was the thing that I guess I didn't like about Game of Thrones, is like they had dragons, but they didn't really show them as much. Like half of the fucking show, these niggas were eggs, you feel me? Then they were small.
I also feel like because Game of Thrones, it was way later, they focus more on like the other people, not really the Targaryens. Whereas this is very Targaryen heavy.
Yeah, but they still, the whole like focus point was like dragons.
Well, yeah,
you know what I mean?
I get you. Kind of.
My point is that the dragons look cool. That's all I was
saying. No, I completely agree. And it is very dragon focused.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like that they have like, again, like in Game of Thrones, they just had like the 3 dragons who were like obviously related.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So it was like one like quote unquote species of dragon, whereas like this one they have like that big ass motherfucker.
Hella different. It's really cool.
Hella different colors and shit.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like the dragons are damn near characters in themselves.
Oh, definitely.
You know what I mean?
And I'm also loving what they're doing with Daemon, and like how he's always been the anti-hero, but now he's kind of almost gone mad, you know, with power. He just wants.
But he also
the throne and all
he's
that.
an anti-hero, but in the same way like Tony Soprano was an anti-hero, like you still kind of like root for him.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Like
that's when the anti-heroes you root for.
He's a fucking savage, dog.
Yeah.
That's my favorite character.
Yeah.
He's fucking hilarious. Him and then the other little asshole blonde dude. Fucking
Aegon?
Yeah.
I hate Aegon.
No, is that the king?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
The brother with the eye.
The brother. Yeah, he's dope. I like him.
He's hella fucking funny.
He's just so manipulative and like conniving, but also like he just wants his mom's love.
He's a mini fucking Daemon.
Yeah, totally.
Like,
but he just wants to be like loved, you know?
Yeah, but also he's got like that younger brother syndrome. He clearly wants the throne. He's like
the younger brother? I thought he was. Obviously, he must be.
He has to be.
He has to be. No, you're right. He has to be.
You feel me? He obviously wants the throne. He has like a propensity towards violence and shit. He's literally like that nigga 2.0.
That's so true. He's cool. My faves right now is obviously Daemon. I love Rhaenyra. I love Alicent too. I love them 3 the most. Everybody else is like cool. I like that Daemon's like ex-boo, whatever, Flynn came back. I think that's very interesting. The whore.
The whore secrets or whatever the fuck.
I also love the dynamic between Rhaenyra's like sons and Daemon's daughters too. I think that's dope. Like Baela and like all of that.
Yeah, nobody talks about the fact this nigga has like fucking mulatto babies, basically.
Oh, because that's like his
half,
like yeah.
Like they're just like light skin.
I was like, what an old school term. Cute, yeah. Yeah, which I like enjoy. I think Rhaenyra's sons look like fucking Timothée Chalamet. They all look like that vibe.
Yeah. That like European white.
Yeah, like skinny. That's funny. So
it's funny that like Americans don't look that. It's got to be the diet.
I mean, Timothée Chalamet is American. He's from like Brooklyn. Yeah. He's like born in New York.
Chalamet is like a French name though, right?
Yeah, he's probably
so his parents are probably French.
No, I think his family's American. Like he's like family.
No fucking way.
Yeah, he like grew up in Brooklyn, I believe.
Like? Yeah, you're not even gonna know who this is, but for the people watching, if you do, this nigga looks like Lil Mabu.
I don't know who that is.
He's like this white rapper from New York. He looks just like
really. Yeah. I think Timothy's from New York. Let me Google. I'll look it up later.
Watch them be like cousins or something. That'd be crazy.
I just think it's crazy that Timothy is dating Kylie Jenner. I thought Kylie only liked black girls.
Isn't she like hella fucking older than this nigga? How old is Timothy?
Kylie is like 24 or 5, and Timothy's also 24 or 5. Kylie's younger than us.
Yeah, I know that, but I thought she was like 26, 27.
Let me look it up. I think Timothy might be the same age or older. Let's look.
That's such a random like couple though. W for him though. He got that billionaire.
She's 26. What are you talking about? But fucking Timothy is also like in his own right.
Not a billionaire.
Neither is Kylie. They inflated that shit. She's not a billionaire either.
Whatever.
28, and then Kylie's 26. Oh, okay. So he's older. Yeah.
He does not look 28. That's crazy.
He does. Like he looks around our age. You know what I mean? Like he looks like a peer I went to high school with.
I don't know. I just think everybody looks younger than me now because I'm an old fart.
You're 30.
Stop reminding me. No, I'm kidding.
But another life update. I've been really getting into podcasts lately, which is funny because I have a podcast, obviously. But
so pretty much everything that I was telling her like 3 years ago, now she's into the gym, eating healthy, podcast.
Your ass don't gym anymore, or
nigga, I fucking lift tires all day.
Sounds like a personal problem.
Like allegedly.
Sounds like a personal problem that has nothing to do with the gym.
That is my workout.
Whatever. But I know, right? Allegedly. I don't know what you actually be doing over there. I'm just like chilling in the parking lot all day. That's the pictures I be getting. You just sitting the fuck down. But no, yeah, a couple of specifically into comedy podcasts like Caleb Herron's So True.
She just discovered who Theo Vaughn was.
I don't give a fuck about that white man.
Yeah, shut up. Don't act all
like
cool
I thought
now.
he was funny, but like only because of Brittany Broski, and y'all know what I'm talking about. Broski Nation. Ooh, sorry, I totally did that. But no, like he was funny in that, but like I ain't looking for him. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. He's funny. Like, but he gives me, again, same Brittany Broski vibes. Like, I think Southern people who are self-aware are funny. You know what I mean? Who can make fun of, like, the South.
Right.
But that's me with, like, I like Bay people who can make fun of the Bay because it's cringy. I guess I like people who can make fun of themselves. Yeah. But I did find out Theo Vaughn is not a white man. His dad is, like, Nicaraguan, so he's, like, a Latino. He's a Latino papi, so period.
Like Tom Segura.
I knew Segura would be just because of his last name, Segura. Like, I kind of had a feeling he's probably, like, Spanish or something. But he's, like, whatever. But Theo Vaughn, like, that man looks white and sounds white. Like, name sounds white. So I was pleasantly surprised. I thought he would be, like, German or something.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like if you're from New Orleans, you're not just, like...
Oh, I didn't know that.
You're not... Like, I don't even think...
I did know that.
You're black. Like, you're, like...
It's Cajun, right?
Exactly. Like, if you live in New Orleans, you're just not the regular shit. You
know what I mean? Like, that's dope.
You're not Mexican. You're like Spaniard or something. Like that.
No, for real. Or like very French. It's the Cajun. Yeah. I don't know much. I'm not even gonna lie and say I know a lot about New Orleans, Louisiana history. I know we just purchased it from France. No, literally. I really want to go. It's supposed to be lit. I just don't know if I want to go during the summer because fuck the southern heat. No. Yeah.
I definitely want to go during Mardi Gras.
We should. That's March, right?
Probably.
Yeah, Fat Tuesday. We should go.
But that's it.
That's it. Does Lil Wayne still live out there? Louisiana, baby.
No. Why the fuck?
Is he from there?
Why would you, nigga? He's just in the hood.
Yeah. Wow. I didn't assume all of New Orleans was the hood.
It's like the murder capital of the world.
I didn't know. Of the world?
Well, at least America. I don't know about the world, but. For sure, it's like a fucking tie between like Chicago and New Orleans.
I'm gonna Google that.
Do it.
I'm gonna Google it.
Google that shit.
What city is the murder?
I could have just put murder capital
of the St. Louis, bitch. It's not even the okay. It's top 4.
Top 4.
St. Louis,
Detroit,
Baltimore, Detroit, New Orleans. Oh damn, Baton Rouge is second.
Yeah.
I mean, but
which is fucking.
I didn't. St. Louis, Memphis. I would have never thought Memphis was a murder capital.
But it's also
I don't know nothing about y'all.
It's per capita too. So if they have a lower population but like the same number of murders, then it ranks higher.
I believe Baltimore. I've been hearing shit about Baltimore. There's like a word for them. The DM. Some shit. You know what I'm talking about? I think
the per capita shit's dumb though.
I don't get what that means.
So like if you have 1 million people in your city and 1,000 people die, it's ranked higher than if you have like 2,000 but 1,500 people.
I'm not gonna lie to you, y'all. I have that shit where you're dyslexic with numbers.
Basically, it's just
no,
like
I hear
the more people you have, the less you have to have more murders for it to equal.
Yeah, of course.
You
Whereas like Oakland is so much that like their murders.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel
like if you had a 10 million population, but you had fucking 20,000 murders.
Yeah.
It's still like a percentage.
No, I feel that. Yeah. No, I get it. Yeah.
Which is dumb. It's like that's still a shit ton of murders.
I feel
like,
it. Yeah, it is a lot. That's crazy. I did not know about Louisiana.
Yeah.
Louisiana. Louisiana Purchase. That's all I know.
Shout out
to
social studies.
Fuck, I was gonna say something about the American education system because yesterday, no offense if you're watching this, I'm not gonna name you, but one of my coworkers, we were talking about the name of the place, and they're like, "Oh, I didn't realize it was an animal either." I was like, "Brother, you were born and raised here. Like, you didn't know that was an animal?" And I'm not even gonna care, but they didn't know it was an animal. I was like, "What the fuck?" So I'm like, the American education system, bro.
That's funny.
Y'all gotta do better. And sadly, it's getting worse. Like, they're hiring teachers without, like, certifications and shit. It's a war body now.
I don't even think it's public education.
Private, too. I know many people in the private and charter sector. No. Who are dumb as well, but who, I mean, like, have shitty teachers, not less funding and all that shit, too. Maybe private's being, obviously, the least affected, but I don't know. I worry for this education system. Like, if I have kids, I'm obviously not going to homeschool, but I still put them in public.
I put them in private.
I put them in public. I'm like, you don't have to, because
if it's public, I'd want to live in, like the
Alameda.
Best fucking school district.
Yeah. Like, Alameda, I believe, is, like, the top 10 in California.
That's cool.
Period. But it's also like, what if you have a dumb kid, you put him in the best, they'll be the lowest of the best.
Well, that's what I was going to say before all that other shit. Is it really comes down to your parents, too, though. Like, if your parents don't foster that curiosity, if they don't value education, then your kid's not going to have it on their own.
I feel that.
Because, like, I went to public school, and I would argue that half the schools I went to were dog shit, but my parents always taught me to, like, read and, like, be cute. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we'd go to the library for fun, stupid shit like that. So it's like, even if my school sucked, I personally was, like, interested in learning, you know?
Yeah, no, I feel that.
And that's 100% because of my parents.
Yeah. Same. I mean, my parents went to work a lot, so all I had was my books, my imaginary friends, so they kind of made that shit.
I mean, I think it comes about in different ways.
Yeah. And I watched a lot of movies and stuff that influenced my life, so I don't know if I would give the credit to my parents. Like, yeah. Obviously, I don't knock it because, like, education was a very important thing in life. B's and A's were expected.
I mean, you are Asian. So.
Right, but my parents were never like, well, you should read this book. Like, I always were like, I want to read. And, like, I would go to the library alone and just, like, pick up 6-7 books.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like, my parents weren't like, read this book either.
Yeah, but you were like, they used to take you. They never took me.
The library's right there, though.
I know, that's what I'm saying, but they never took me.
It's easy for you.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
In LA, like, you have to drive to the library, so I didn't have that.
But no, that's a lie. Even I say that when we used to live in Oakland, they used to take me to the library. I just, like, had memories. Because you're right, I wasn't just going by myself in Oakland. Yeah. Like, my mom was for sure taking me, so I just definitely lied to my mom's name, trying to make myself look better. She definitely, because we used to get the Mary Kay Ashley books, like, they used to take me to Blockbuster, all that shit. Yeah, no, they definitely did.
But I also think it was a different time, like, that was entertainment.
That's what I was gonna say. I didn't see it as like they were forcing me. I just loved it. Yeah. I would be like, take me, so.
Whereas like now with like phones and fucking streaming, like it's harder I feel like it's harder to get kids to want to read just because there's so many other ways to
I mean, these kids are making TikTok. You know what I mean? It's so different. And like,
I don't even knock that. I feel like you should have both. You feel me? Like, have TikTok, but also.
I honestly, and let me know what you think. I don't think I'd let my kids have an iPhone, like a smartphone, until like 13, 14. They can have a cell phone.
So here's the thing, right? I agree, but I feel like.
And no social media until 13.
I agree, but I feel like the way that just technology and society is going, we're gonna get to a point where it doesn't even matter if you say no or not, because the fact that they even have like laptops and shit in school, like it's a part of their learning shit. You don't think they're making?
And let me say this: I never asked for permission. Even if my parents said no, I didn't give a fuck. Bro, I still had it.
My parents didn't want me to have MySpace. I had that shit in like 6th grade.
I was on Omegle. My mom used to catch me. I didn't give a fuck.
So that's my point. Like, kids are gonna be kids regardless.
I used to be in chat rooms talking to boys, and my mom caught me. I didn't give a fuck. Yeah.
I don't think as parents you should be like, yeah, here's Omegle.
That's true.
Like, I don't think you should introduce them to it or like even condone it. You should definitely put limitations, but to say like they're not gonna have it,
to ban it makes it
I just don't think that's realistic.
I completely
because it's like even if you don't give your 13-year-old a smartphone, someone in their fucking class has
of course,
you know what I mean.
Knowing like my family, my mom would buy them a fucking smartphone and piss
something
me
like
off.
that, dude. I remember when before like smartphones and shit, PSPs.
Oh,
you could go on the internet with that shit, right?
I remember that.
And I remember like I was like one of like maybe 3 kids who had one, and we'd be in 7th grade, fucking looking at porn and shit, like just doing all types of bad shit. And our parents didn't know, like they just thought it was some video game shit.
Exactly.
So
you're
like,
right though.
Stuff like that's gonna happen.
It's some shit we wouldn't even know. Yeah.
Some shit we wouldn't even. I mean. Hopefully we're still tapped
Hopefully,
in.
Exactly, that's what I was going to say. Because my parents weren't.
There's going to be even the school computers. I remember we figured out.
I used to hack that shit all the time. Yeah, I'd be on Facebook all the fucking time. So, you find somebody who hacked it, they just give you the shit. Yeah. Or they're like, I got you.
Teach you how to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Which is so crazy because I feel like that's really what like that era, that MySpace era taught niggas how.
I have so many homies who were making like HTML like profile shit for me, and those people went and probably work at Facebook, and like they're legit coders now. Like I used to know this girl who would sell like Facebook, like do you remember?
Templates and shit.
Templates, like MySpace templates, and I know that girl's like popping now.
Yeah, and see that's.
And I kind of tried to learn. I kind of knew a little.
That's the thing that I would want to teach my kids is like 100%. Learn to do some cool shit.
Yeah.
Like I don't really care if you, like I don't really care about like, you know, being like kids are gonna be kids. So I'm not gonna be like, oh, like don't go on that website. You're gonna do it anyways.
Yeah.
But it's like just learn the skill. Like pay attention to the skills you're learning.
Right.
If you're gonna learn how to hack shit, like learn how to hack shit.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Don't just do it because you want to like meet your neighbor.
Exactly. I kind of love that. I forgot where I got this from, some show or whatever. But like. The son was like hacking shit, and the dad was like, "Oh, I'm gonna put you in like computer coding."
Right,
you know,
exactly.
It's like foster that
You're
creativity. Exactly.
Even if it's
something negative. Exactly. And I thought that was like really lovely because Loki, all I got was like not all, but like he would get chastised. You know, so I love that.
Yeah, that's the thing that annoyed me. Like I feel like all the fucking cool things about me, I used to get in trouble for a lot. You feel me? Like. The number one thing I used to stay getting in trouble for was like talking in class and just like being funny, like just saying random funny shit. But it's like I wish my parents had been like, oh, you know, take this open mic class or like Toastmasters or something. Like put me somewhere where I can foster that fucking skill, or like debate class or some shit.
Fuck yeah.
Like instead of putting me in detention and ISS all the time.
You know what kid I was? I was the kid they would move you and I would still talk to the kid next to me.
Yeah, exactly.
I would just be homies with everyone. Just like, I was just silly, but I still got my work done, so I never really got like suspension. But they would just be like, damn, Tagon, like, you're sitting by yourself. And I'd be like, hey, talk to me.
I used to get in trouble for everything.
Yeah.
I used to get in trouble for fighting, for fucking selling candy.
I never really got in trouble.
I used to get in trouble for stealing shit. Like, put me in boxing and then, like, teach me more entrepreneurial shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, granted, my dad did with, like, the selling and stuff. Like, he would
he did, yeah, that's true.
Sell shit on the weekends.
And that's where you got your really, like, financial, you know?
Yeah.
Totally. Because you don't think your mom was, like, that financially savvy?
In her own way, though. Like, I think my dad's more because he had no other option. Whereas, like, my mom always had, like, her degree.
Makes sense.
And she was like a citizen, so she could just go get a job, you know?
Totally. That's, like, a very interesting thing that, like, a lot of people kind of don't talk about and discount, to be honest, is desperation breeds ambition and success.
Yeah, man. That's why, if you look at the most successful people, a lot of them came from nothing.
Yeah.
Like, everybody always shits on, like, the rich saying, like, oh, you got it so easy. the kids who are born into rich families usually fuck it up.
Yeah.
It's very rare that like a kid born into wealth is also very wealthy or like very successful in their own right. Whereas like people who start from the fucking bottom find a way. You know what I mean?
And like, let me just say this like firsthand. When I got my biggest is when I was like, damn, I feel disgusting. I feel gross. I feel like just, you know what I mean? But that's when I went the hardest at the gym. I'm not saying I feel I'm like fucking skinny like the hottest girl. I feel good. I feel really good about myself.
But that's why they say you have to hit rock bottom.
It was my rock bottom.
Even with like drug addicts and shit. Like there's got to be a moment where you're like, this is the lowest.
Like I'm not even gonna lie, I was like 180, almost 190 pounds at 5'2". That shit's crazy, you know. At my highest. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. At like 5'2", I was like 180 something, which is crazy. And then now I'm at like 174. You know what I mean? 173. Like I know that's not that big, but like you can really notice in my body. Like my body composition is like changing.
Watch when you get to like 160.
Dude, my best weight, like my doctor said, is like 140s to 50s.
Yeah.
Even though that's high when you think 5'2", but just how my body composition is, I look my best and I look skinny.
Well, and I always say this, but like, if you focus on lifting weights, a lot of that weight is going to be replaced with muscle.
Exactly.
So even if you're like 150-ish,
exactly,
like high 150, if it's muscle, you're
still going to look good. Really exactly. Because even now I'm at like 170s, but I still look like, you can see my body changing because of the weights.
To go. You're becoming a woman.
I mean, I also think I am like becoming a woman because I have way more hips and I never used to be like more like hourglass shapes.
She got hips, she a hippie.
Like it's weird like seeing my body like that.
J. Cole. The most elementary
He's
fucking
so whack
bar
for
ever.
that.
She got hips, she a hippie.
Okay. So you know, like I do think it's good to let yourself get to the rock bottom because obviously you shouldn't. But sometimes some people need it, you know?
I would argue most people need
it. Yeah. And like I was going to use the example of my dad. Hopefully my family never watches this. But like, I feel like he's never, and I don't want to get into got to rock bottom because my mom never allowed it. So he's always been in that like limbo, you know? He's never got to like do that for himself, if that makes sense. So, I guess what we're trying to say, hit rock bottom, guys. Do the crack. Yeah. Do the next bottle.
Pick up that pookie.
Exactly.
Take that shot.
But see, that's such a teetering line because not even like saying like hyping myself up. Not a lot of people are like me in that like people will just go all the way. You know what I mean? It's hard to like come back from it, if that makes sense. So not most people can do it, baby. And I feel like we low-key can because for whatever reason, I don't know, we're broken people. We're good at hitting rock bottom and cleaning ourselves. I actually thrive in that. So what does that say about me? I don't know. Don't diagnose me. I totally reference two idiot girls for whoever watches that podcast. So tell me about your podcast. We listen to very different podcasts.
I mean, my podcast, you know what the fuck I listen to.
I feel like it's funny. I feel like you listen to very like educational.
Not always. It's like it's a mixture between like it just depends on my mood because I also be watching like fucking hip hop drama.
Okay, got you. And those are podcasts, you're right, you totally do. But it's those two. It's either like very educational self-help or it's like hip-hop. Whereas mine is very much comedy-centric and girl-centric, but mostly comedy.
Yeah, I don't particularly watch a lot of like comedy, which is
funny.
Yeah,
you don't, because you love comedy, yeah.
But it's like, it just depends though, because I feel like so like, is it a comedian with a podcast? Or is it someone who thinks they're funny who puts themselves in the comedy podcast
Caleb
category?
Heron, he's literally a comedian, and he's like has other comedians.
If it's just somebody who thinks they're funny, 9 times out of 10, I don't think it's funny.
Gotcha.
And if it's a comedian who has a podcast, usually I'm like, your comedy is better. Like I don't, because a lot of the times with these comedian podcasts, it's like they're working shit out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like it's kind of like the pre-training to.
I see what you mean.
You know what I mean?
They're like working jokes out and shit.
And then they might go test it out on stage, and then they might refine it, and then it might end up in a special. So for me, it's like, I'd rather just watch the special.
Got it.
You know?
Got it.
Sometimes it's funny. Like, I watch, like, Kill Tony every now and then. Like, that shit's funny.
Got it.
But it's because it's, like, that's a different type of podcast where it's, like, trained, well, I wouldn't say trained, but, like, professional comedians shitting on open micers. You know what I mean?
So, The ones I'm listening to are one specifically Caleb Heron. He is like a comedian, writer, blah blah blah, and he has other comedians and people on it. So his is just hilarious and very informative. I just watch it for the funs. But the others I watch Giggly Squad, which are 2 women, and one is a comedian. I'm not gonna lie, like she has a Netflix special coming up. They're more so just about women, about being in their 30s, just about life, and they're just funny women. You know what I mean? So that I love. Giggly, the other one, 2 Idiot Girls, are 2 sisters who are also very funny girls. Are they comedians? Like that's my job? No, but they also tour and stuff and do comedy sets. So I guess mine is very like women-centric stuff.
Shocker.
Yeah. Before I used to listen to a lot of political shit, but I'm like, when it comes to more serious stuff, I'd rather read it. I don't want to hear it, if that makes sense, because I want to fully pay attention to. Where my funny podcast, I can like do stuff and just, you know.
Yeah, the only time I listen to like political shit is if it's on a topic that like I'm trying to understand, and it has to be of somebody whose opinion I respect. So like Lex Friedman.
That's a lot of
Lex Friedman has like a really good podcast, and he talks. It's not just political stuff. He talks about like AI, and like it's a lot more like serious shit, I guess. But I respect his opinions, and he's very like open-minded, and he doesn't like judge people. So he'll have people come on and just be like, "Well, tell me why you think that," or like explain your perspective. Yeah. So I get to learn a lot because he's able to like facilitate a good conversation. Whereas like sometimes I feel like certain podcasts, the host or like whoever's podcast, the main person, they fucking have their opinions. So it's more like a debate than like, you know, an open conversation. Like they already come in with like, well, this is how I feel about Palestine. And you're like, yeah, but this guy's like, you invited him because he's the expert. Like, why not just let him explain the situation?
So I kind of agree. Like I hear you on that. Like I'm same that way. Like why I don't like hearing experts a lot is because, you know me, I don't believe anything. Even if you're like, I'm an expert, so when I'm reading shit, I'm fact checking everything.
Yeah.
I really do. Even if they're like, this is blah 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 from Stanford, I'm like,
everything can be like confirmation bias.
Exactly. And another thing with me is I like to make sure a thing is up to date because everything, especially in the scientific community, is changing on day to day. So I like to be like, is this actually up to date? Like, I fact check, and I'm one of those annoying people who are like, actually, that's wrong. Like, I looked into it. Like, I am her.
It's true.
And we talk to each other. Like, even when you're telling me shit, I'm like, is that true? And I Google it.
Yeah, but that's why I do like Joe Rogan's podcast, because he'll have 2 people who are like opposing. So he'll have like one person who's like, you know, pro AI, one person who's like, AI is going to destroy.
So he's like a moderator? I didn't know he did shit like that.
He does that shit all the time, and those are honestly my favorite fucking podcasts because, again, kind of like Lex Friedman, because he's so like unbiased and like neutral. He'll push back on both sides. So if one person says something, he'll be like, well, what about this? And then if the other person says something, he'll do the same thing. So he doesn't pick a side. He just pushes back on their ideas. So they're forced to like.
That's interesting. I didn't know he went that model.
Yeah, I mean he does whatever the fuck he wants.
It can't just be you and like another person talking all the time. Like that's old.
Or like him and his comedian friends, or like, you know, him and actors. Like he does a good job of like spicing up his guests.
Yeah, I just have like and I'm gonna say it. I just have an inherent bias with Joe Rogan, so I just can't listen to him. Yeah. No, I'm just saying. Like it wasn't more like it was just like me saying it to the man. So I'll try to give him a chance. I will. Because I'm kind of lacking. Besides Caleb Heron, I don't really listen to like male podcasters. Not that I need to, but I kind of want to just diversify my podcasting. So I might give it. Maybe not him specifically, but I might give someone a go. Because right now I'm just with the gays and like the gays and the girls. I need to diversify. Who else is another? I guess Lex Friedman. You recommend him? Oh, I've heard of him before.
Yep.
I don't know good or bad, but I have heard of him before.
Mark Manson's got a situation before.
He what?
Mark Manson.
I don't know who that is.
He wrote the Sell All Your Money in the book. He's really dope about like this shit.
Yeah. But yeah. So join me in the wonderful world of podcasts. I actually got like a couple of my girlfriends into Giggly Squad. I'm trying to get my brother into podcasting. Like listening to podcasts, I mean. That's pretty dope. It's just, again, for the anxious mind, I shared this with my coworker who's also a fellow anxious person. it's great because when I'm just alone, I'm just left with my anxious thoughts, and the podcast like just takes you, it makes you not just think about your damn self and your own problems, like ruminate in your problems anymore, which I enjoy a lot. And I think besides the gym, that's been a huge thing that's helping my like mindset and my mood and helping me get like to eat less. Yeah. So just giving the people tips in case y'all are struggling, because trust me, the last podcast, like I was struggling, even the ones before that. Not saying I'm not, like it's not hard, but it's getting easier day to day. I mean, you can stop before it's like. Yeah, I don't know, and I'm not even trying to preach and be like, because this is some basic shit everybody says, like exercise, eat right. But
I mean, I feel like you say that every podcast.
No, but we do. But I guess on the other podcast, I wasn't actually doing it, and now I'm so
You're
serious.
Just lying to the people.
No, not even. I think we were always saying we want to keep doing this. We want to consistently. Now I'm actually doing the things I've been wanting to do.
Stop for sure.
Yeah. So it's been a good few.
Yeah, it's good work, buddy.
I'm proud of me too. We just gotta get you your other job so you can do your. I mean, because you have all these plans, for your fitness.
Yep. I'm still gonna do them. I'm just fucking tired.
I feel that.
It's not even that, dude. Like, I feel like if my body's still acclimating to this job. Mm. So once it's not as exhausting.
Yeah.
Then I'll just do other shit.
Yeah, I feel it.
But I feel like as of right now, it's not like I'm gaining weight. I'm still losing
No, you're
weight.
not gaining weight at all.
Like, my job's super fucking physical, so.
Yeah. I feel it.
But yeah, so fucking. What else was there?
I don't know.
I feel like we went somewhere recently. Where did we go?
Where did we go? Did we go somewhere recently?
We went to Santa Cruz, but that was a while ago.
Yeah, that was a while. I feel like we did go somewhere after that. Am I tripping? I don't remember. We're about to go to Tahoe. Oh, I don't know.
You're about to go to Tahoe. I can't go.
You might be able to.
I doubt it.
You don't think so?
Because they're hella, like, sticklers about their little rules and shit, so.
Yeah.
Unless they fire me, I don't think I'm gonna go.
And, like, you don't think you could call off the day before?
I'm gonna get, like, a point.
I know, but don't you get hella points and you're planning to leave anyway? So I'm like, why does it matter?
You only get 8 and they stick around for like hella long or some shit.
And how many points do you have this one so far, right?
That I know of. Apparently you get points if you're late too, and I've been like hella times. So.
No, I see. But I was just saying because I'm like, you're planning to leave anyway.
Yeah,
like,
but I don't want to get more points and then they just fire me.
Okay. I guess so. Like, I don't care. I'm just saying. I'll be in Tahoe, I don't care. Like, for me, if you don't care about it, I'm like, whatever. Oh, dumb porn starting. I just gotta figure out, like, how I'm gonna get the logistics of that. I haven't talked to anybody about it. I guess you just went to Merced. Maybe that's what you were thinking.
Yeah, but that wasn't really, like, a trip.
Yeah.
Like, I just went to go see them. Shout out to Merced. Still boring as usual.
God, it's about, like in the hundreds right now.
Dude, I already know they're fucking miserable out there.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably like 130 degrees right now.
What's that?
It was like 110, I think, in Antioch yesterday.
Dude, 130 is not possible.
What do you mean it's not possible?
Shit's gonna melt.
What is it, 98? You just had it?
Yeah.
That's still pretty
Like,
high.
I don't think it gets to, maybe it does, but like, that's crazy record high.
I bet you, like, Arizona probably gets that high.
It says, oh yeah, 130 recorded, it mostly in Death Valley, that's the only place. That's like the highest it gets, 134. Dude, 130, that's why I'm like, 130 is crazy.
I would
like, to me, 90 is crazy.
I would just lay down and die. I'd be like, just take me now.
Yeah, dude.
Fuck that.
I can't. Like, my friend is trying to get me to go to Arizona with her, and I was like, fuck no. Like, what do I look like?
Have you seen those videos of people, like, frying eggs and shit in Arizona?
Yes.
Like, on the street? That shit's so.
I wouldn't. And people are like, well, they have AC everywhere. I'm like, I still have to go outside. and she was like, oh, we got a pool. I'm like, outside.
Yeah.
Like I've been in pools in Merced, bro. That shit doesn't cool you off. You just get hot. Unless you have a temperature regulator, you know what I mean? These pools are warm. They turn fucking warm. Like spending one summer.
They have a pool in their Airbnb.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just not temperature regulated.
No, it's not.
Because when my aunt lived there,
she had a pool.
They didn't have a pool, but like in their little community, they had like a pool area.
And it was warm, right?
Fuck no, that shit was cold as shit.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that shit was hella fucking cold.
Okay, that's cool.
And then they would have a hot tub too. My fucking psycho ass mom would always get in that shit. I'm like, how are you getting in hotter water?
She's crazy.
Like, what are you doing?
She's crazy. How does she not like overheat and die?
I don't know. She's fucking nuts.
Oh my god. Your family really loves hot tubs.
She really loves hot tubs. She was the only one in there.
Oh really?
Yeah, like, I'm not getting in that motherfucker.
She's tripping. Does she swim? She's already a swimmer.
She does swim.
Oh yeah, duh. I knew that
mean?
by her. I told her she goes to Y swimming all the time. Duh. I just told some lie on Poppy's hand.
Put some respect on her.
That's cute. I wonder which stroke she does. Chat below, Poppy. Let us know what for stroke. Fuck heat waves. Fuck like summer. I wish summer would have like spring vibe. It don't need to be that hot.
I just wish I had like a summer home somewhere cool.
Same, dude.
Like Alaska.
Same.
I bet Alaska gets hot though.
Like where it's cold, right? Antarctica. That's really makes me cool. But them ice caps be melting. I know, dude.
That's actually kind of crazy.
I don't know. I know. Our little bootleg setup. It's okay, guys. When we move, we're gonna make a GoFundMe so y'all can.
Hell yeah, we should make a GoFundMe to support our broke asses.
Our apartment, our 2-bedroom. Why'd you say that?
Or just share the podcast so we take the beds.
Anyway.
Fucking I was gonna say like when we move or whatever, we should do like vlogs. Like a move-in vlog.
Well, maybe.
Why not?
I'm not really a vlog type of girl.
I would do it.
Yeah, you can do it. I'll be in it. Yeah.
I'll
just look cute.
But fucking,
I just think they're cringe.
I was also saying, like, I was also thinking that when we move in, because you know, like, I want to decorate like the podcast room and shit. Mm-hmm. So I want to do like unboxings.
That'd be cute.
And stuff like that.
Chat, let us know if y'all want to see us vlogging.
Okay. And then like, I want to get like a new cage for Frankie and shit. So I wanted to like record that, like send me
that'd be
like,
cute.
All the shit.
Yeah.
You know just like little stuff, just to add like different content.
Would you put it under the apartment cage?
Yeah, but you can make playlists.
No, yeah, I know.
So I would just put it under like a vlog playlist.
That'd be cute.
It wouldn't just be like in there.
Yeah, that'd be cute.
But I feel like it's just like why not? It's just more content.
It's and cute.
It would be an opportunity for us to make our apartment look cute because we have to do it for content.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
My qualm with vlogs in general, obviously I watch, well, not obvious, a lot of people know, but I watch vlogs, obviously. Like, I enjoy them.
Right.
And I don't think you're going to do this at all. I don't like vlogs in the sense that, like, obviously they're performative, but you kind of feel like you have to do it day to day, and, like, you're performing for it after a while. I have to be like, yay! Like, apartment, you know what I mean?
Apartment.
You know, like, oh my god, unboxing, like, I don't know. You don't have to be like cringy, but like that's how I envision it.
I mean, that's not how I would do it.
Oh no.
Like you just be yourself. You feel me? Because I also don't think I would just vlog outside.
Yeah.
Like I'm not gonna be walking down the street like, hey guys, follow me as I go downtown. Like.
But I also just have an internal struggle of like I want to make a TikTok and like have a TikTok presence, and then I'm like I don't give a fuck.
Well.
So. Comment down below if y'all want me to make a TikTok.
Yeah. Anywho.
I think vlogging would be dope for you.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'll be fun. It'll give me a reason to like start editing.
I think so. Yeah.
Again, too.
That's another thing. Like, besides vlogs, I really, really want to make short films and just like fun videos to edit because I'm also into editing and producing. I really want to do that. I still want to do. This was like years ago. I don't know if you remember that Down song. Down, are you down? I want to do a music video too.
That's funny. What? It was so long ago.
I still think about it because I still like I still listen to that song. Yeah, and now that my editing got better and I got Canva, like I feel like I can do some shit. I just want more attractive people in my videos. So hit me up, people.
No, uggos allowed.
No uggos or chubs. I'm just kidding. That was so rude.
No chubbos.
Don't cancel me.
No tortas.
No, stop. Only pan dulces. But no. So, I don't know. We're just trying to be on our creative game. I just always go teeter from like, I want to be famous on, not famous, but I want to have an internet presence. And then I'm like, I don't. Like, fuck all this shit. Do you feel that way?
About being internet famous?
Not necessarily famous, because I don't think I'll ever want to be internet famous, but just having a presence. Like, I'd be okay with 10K followers.
Well, you have
less.
a presence whether you want to or not. I just think the difference is, like, do you have people who want to engage with you?
True.
But that's only going to happen if you, quote-unquote, provide value.
Right.
So it's like, if you're not entertaining them or, like, teaching them something, like, nobody gives a fuck. Very few people just have accounts that are just them. Unless you're like a hot chick or something like that, where it's like they really only post themselves,
I am a hot chick.
And they have like a bunch of followers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like,
I saw this very interesting TikTok. This one girl said, if you're just in TikTok comments, just commenting funny shit, and it's getting like traction, which I do. Remember, I got like 1 million likes or whatever. I get that pretty often. They're saying you should just make a content because people obviously like your personality already.
And they're probably clicking on your comment to see.
And they do. I get so much like views and shit, and I get followers from it, and I have nothing on my profile. But I'm just painfully awkward, and like I have fucked up teeth, and like people don't like my voice.
It is annoying, but listen, it's relatable content. Like people don't want you to be picture perfect. You know what I mean? Most people.
And I don't look at
Yeah. So like, I think as long as you're.
I'm just painfully aware, self-aware.
I also think that if you do make content and you start recording yourself, it'll help like build that self-confidence and like your self-image or whatever.
That's true.
But whatever things that you're painfully like self-conscious about, you'll be able to change it because you're constantly watching yourself. You know?
Yeah.
So if you're like, oh, like why do I make that face, or like why do I, move my hands like that?
Yeah.
Watching yourself back on whatever content you make, you're gonna be able to.
That's honestly one of the reasons why I don't really like having glasses, because I like not being able to see the world.
What the fuck?
I'm so serious. I like living in the blur, because I'm like would I just be walking, like I don't like seeing people look at me. Like I'm just weird.
You got some fucking serious.
I remind myself again, if people watch Dason from 2 Idiot Girls, I'm her. Love you, Dason. I hope you watch this. I do, and I'm working on that because I do think I'm a beautiful woman. I can't even say that. No, I do think I'm cute, but like, it's awkward. I guess it's awkward to be like, I made a thing, watch me, and then knowing that like anyone, like my teacher from my 4th grade could watch me, my ex-boyfriend could watch me.
We're making the thing right now.
And they're probably watching me.
Probably. Trying to change. Look at her teeth.
Oh my god, that's so mean. But the thing is, all the people who knew me and like knew I had this teeth. So fuck you guys for making fun of my teeth. That's so mean. It's so funny.
Speaking of teeth, I want to get a Invisalign.
Me too.
I don't know how that shit works though. I was looking at my teeth the other day. My teeth are kind of fucked up too.
Yeah, you have an overbite.
Yeah. But then I was wondering, like, what if they fix it and then I don't know how to, like, close my mouth? I'm just like, I'm like, oh.
Bro, it's so funny you say that. I always try to do, like, a regular bite, and it feels weird.
It feels weird.
Yeah.
So imagine they fucking fix your shit, and you're just like, why does my mouth feel like this?
And you're just gonna go like this.
It's so awkward.
Dude, you're so funny. I always do that, and I sometimes give myself an underbite just to see how it feels. I would always want to overbite over underbite. Underbite looks so ugly. No offense if you have an underbite. I'm sure you're cute.
That's the ugliest shit in the world.
Do it.
One of my coworkers has an
underbite.
You
chin hella protrude.
You just look like a fucking
a dweeb.
An Alabama like redneck.
Is that person her? The one who has it?
Oh yeah. Obviously, like they're not the cutest nigga in the fucking office.
You're like, no, he's a baddie. Yeah. But you can fix that shit. Like, I don't feel bad making fun of it. You can fix that shit.
It's not even. But I don't think an overbite is bad. I think an underbite might be bad.
I have over.
I feel like an overbite is more common than an underbite.
It feels so weird. No, it is.
Like, are your teeth supposed to go like that?
Yeah, you're supposed to be aligned. I'm telling you, it feels weird.
That's hella weird.
It feels so weird. I can't. Try it, guys. It feels so weird. Imagine people are like, you guys are gross for having overbite.
Yeah, well, somebody. But no, I am gonna look into that shit.
Do it.
Because I think.
I'm sure your health.
No, they're not. It's cosmetic.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I have like hella gaps in my teeth, but every time I've gone to the dentist, they're like, "Oh, that's good. It makes it easier to clean." And I'm like, "That's cool and all, but like, you could tighten it up a little bit."
That's hilarious. It makes it easier to clean. It's like, bitch, I'm not trying to make your jobs easier. I want to look good. That's
For
fucking.
real, well, I don't want braces either. That's
they're like, I can just put my finger through it and take it out.
Yeah, they just blow all the crud out. They're like, well, my job's getting done.
You good. Next. That was hella funny that they even said that shit, bro. I would be offended.
Because I always wanted braces.
Me?
When I was a kid, I always was like, can I get braces? And they're like, nah, like, you don't need them. And I was just like, all right. Like,
that's when people are like, 10 more pounds, you'll look great. It's like, damn, that's so rude.
They're like, your teeth are unique. Like, what?
Exactly.
Fuck you, dog.
Like, just saying you're unique is such a rude thing.
Yeah.
But, like, in college, this one girl, I always think of it, told my friend, they were like, oh, Tagon can just wears whatever. She's so confident. Like, damn, bitch. Yeah. You just call me fat and ugly.
Those backhanded compliments.
Yeah. I love them, though. I'm like, you right, bitch. Like, I will wear whatever. I don't give a...
I love how you can throw in anything.
Exactly. Even at my biggest, I still wear whatever because I'm like, I don't give a fuck. It's just body. Like,
Body,
like, being disgusted by it. I don't give a fuck. Like, I'll show my tits.
They would show the titties. Let me see them titties,
like, that's one thing I'm not insecure about. Like, I'll wear a crop top, no, just anything, crop top, whatever. Like, I don't care about showing my body. Because to me, it's just body parts, I don't care. Like, I'll see it. I'll say it. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding, guys. I'm just being silly. I don't just suck random boobs.
What if you suck random boobs?
No, I don't. But, I don't know. That's funny. I do want Invisalign, but I feel like for my fucked up teeth, they might give me the actual wires.
Probably.
They're like, girl, that's the next step.
They're like, get a professional.
Yeah. I'm working on it, though. Oh, another update. Your girl got her prescription. So next podcast, you might see me with glasses. No, you won't. I would never have glasses on. But another update, I have astigmatism. Apparently, it's common in Mongolians. We have oval-shaped eyeballs opposed to circle, round. I don't know.
Eyeballs are square.
That's your face. You mistake that.
Oh, I'm stupid.
But, I don't know. What are y'all doing today? Are y'all barbecuing? Are y'all gonna set the Capitol to fire? What are we doing? Are we gonna have another insurrection? I'm game.
I'm fucking hungry. So, on that note, we're gonna go ahead and end this episode. I'm fucking starving, dog.
Bye, y'all.
It's been real. Smash that like button. Comment some funny shit. Yeah, you know the vibes. We love you. Bye.
Tell us we look skinny. Tell us we look cute.
Suck it.